Cover crops are crops that we grow for the soil, not for sale. And they perform a lot of ecosystem services like preventing erosion and adding organic matter to the soil, suppressing weeds, and providing a habitat for beneficial organisms. Cover crops come in sort of different functional groups, like there are grasses and legumes and brassicas, and then they also are grown during different seasons. So most commonly we grow overwintering cover crops like winter rye, but you can also grow cover crops in the summer, something like buckwheat. Cover crops have a lot of potential to adapt to climate change, as well as possibly some potential to mitigate climate change because they can add organic matter or carbon to the soil. In particular, they're really important for preventing erosion, which is likely to increase as we have these more extreme precipitation events. The UNH Agroecology Lab, which is led by Dr. Rich Smith, has been doing cover crop research at Kingman Farm and Woodman Farm for over a decade. And one of the things that we've been trying to do is come up with more precise recommendations for farmers. If a farmer wants to achieve this specific goal, how can they achieve that? And one of the things that we've been looking at is specific varieties or cultivars, and really homing in on that question of the seeding rate. Seeding rate is the amount of seeds that you put in the ground. And for cover crops, it is typically given in pounds per acre. And that's one of the problems that we're trying to address, is that we really need to move towards a more precise unit of plants per acre. The issue with using a mass-based seeding rate or 100 pounds per acre is that there can be tremendous variability in seed size. So in this research, we looked at winter rye seeds, which is the most popular cover crop in the United States. And we found that there can be almost a twofold difference in the number of seeds in a pound. One of the practical implications and one of the take-home points is to get seed companies to put the seed counts on their labels. So when farmers buy their rye seed, they don't have to, count a bunch of seeds like we did, because they don't have time to do that. But instead, it says this lot of rye has 16,000 live seeds per pound. So then they can just go into a quick calculator and they know, if I want a density of 1 million plants per acre, this is what I should seed it at. Most seed companies put the seed count for things like corn and soybeans and those important agronomic crops. And so what we want seed companies to do is to start putting that number on their cover crop labels as a service to the farmers.